Imagine standing on the threshold of a new year with one bold goal: mastering English in 2025. Picture yourself effortlessly navigating a conversation in an unfamiliar city, understanding every word spoken in a film without needing subtitles, or acing a job interview in English with newfound confidence. The possibilities are limitless. You begin to imagine traveling confidently, engaging with new people, and making lasting connections, all because you've taken the time to master this essential skill. Mastering English isn't just about language, it's about opening doors to new opportunities and experiences. Imagine the pride you'll feel when you realize how far you've come, surprising yourself with your progress. It's not just a dream, it's entirely within your reach. All it takes is consistency, a bit of courage, and a clear strategy. Over the next few chapters, I'll guide you through practical steps that will turn that dream into reality, helping you grow your English skills in ways that will transform your everyday life. In this guide, we will explore simple yet powerful strategies to help you unlock your full English potential. Drawing from practical examples, real-life experiences, and expert tips will ensure your learning journey is both enjoyable and effective. Let's start with a simple truth: small steps lead to big results. Chapter 1: Start small, think big. Many language learners feel overwhelmed because they think they need to learn everything at once. They dive headfirst into complicated grammar rules, memorize hundreds of vocabulary words, and try to mimic native speakers without giving themselves time to adjust. This approach often leads to burnout and frustration. But here's the secret: start with small, manageable tasks and build gradually. It's like learning to walk before you run. Each small step you take forms the foundation for more significant progress down the road. Imagine you're planting a garden. At first, it might feel like you're just digging holes and planting seeds with no immediate result. But with time, care, and patience, those seeds sprout, grow, and eventually flourish into a beautiful garden. That's how language learning works. When I started my own English journey, I remember how overwhelming it felt. I wanted to learn everything: grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, all at once. But quickly, I realized that taking small steps was not only more manageable but also far more effective. For instance, my first week was all about mastering greetings: hello, how are you, and goodbye. I practiced these phrases every day, using them whenever I could. It might have seemed simple, but it laid the groundwork for more complex conversations later on. Let me share a story from that time. One day, I went to a local cafe determined to order in English. I rehearsed my line over and over: "1 cappuccino, please." As I stood in line, my heart raced. When my turn came, I nervously blurted out my order. The barista smiled and said, "Coming right up." It was a small victory, but it felt huge. That moment boosted my confidence and motivated me to take on bigger challenges. Here's how you can start building your foundation. 1. Focus on essential words and phrases that are useful in your daily life. Start with greetings, introductions, and common questions. 2. Create real-life practice scenarios. Pretend you're introducing yourself to someone new or ordering food at a restaurant. 3. Track your progress in a journal. Write down the words you've learned each day and review them regularly. The key is to celebrate each step forward, no matter how small. Mastering even the simplest phrases means you're making real progress. Over time, those small victories will combine to create something much larger, a solid foundation on which your fluency will grow. Breaking it down into manageable steps. Think of your language learning journey as building a house. You wouldn't start with the roof. You'd lay down a solid foundation first, brick by brick, ensuring every step is strong and stable. Just like a house needs a solid structure to stand tall, your English journey needs a robust foundation in basic concepts before you can reach higher levels of fluency. Imagine walking into a classroom where everyone is already fluent, and you try to keep up without learning the basics. It would be like building a house on sand. It wouldn't last long. But if you take the time to master simple words, grammar structures, and pronunciation early on, you'll create a stable platform that can support more complex language skills. Start with the essentials: greetings, common phrases, and useful vocabulary for everyday situations. Practice saying hello, how are you, and nice to meet you, over and over until they roll off your tongue without hesitation. Slowly expand your vocabulary by learning words related to your daily activities, like food, work, and travel. Remember, every new word you learn is another brick in your house, strengthening your foundation. As you build your foundation, take moments to celebrate your progress. Even small victories, like successfully ordering food in English or understanding a simple conversation, deserve recognition. Those moments are proof that your foundation is growing stronger every day. Step 1. Focus on essential words and phrases. Start with the words and phrases you'll need most in daily life. Common greetings and expressions like hello, thank you, and excuse me are incredibly practical. These phrases are not just words. They act as the key to unlocking conversations, opening doors to new experiences, and building relationships. Why simple words matter. Think about the first time you walked into a cafe in an unfamiliar city. Armed with just a few basic phrases, you can connect with others, navigate your surroundings, and make everyday tasks much easier. The power of simple expressions lies in their frequent use. A well-placed "excuse me, can you help me?" can transform a stressful situation into a meaningful interaction. When I first started using these basic phrases regularly, I felt an immediate sense of empowerment. It gave me the confidence to take on more challenging conversations. These words became second nature through repetition and everyday practice. Practical examples and exercises. Here are a few situations where these phrases become indispensable. In a cafe, "One coffee, please." Thank you. Asking for help, "Excuse me, where is the nearest station?" Polite refusals, "Sorry, I can't make it today." Try this exercise. Create flashcards for 10 common phrases you use often. Carry them around and test yourself throughout the day. Use each phrase at least 3 times daily until it feels natural. Repetition is your best friend at this stage. Imagine practicing these phrases every day until they become second nature. When you say them again and again in different situations, whether you're ordering coffee at a cafe, asking for directions at the train station, or chatting with a shop assistant, they will soon flow effortlessly from your lips. For instance, picture yourself in a bustling grocery store. You've just learned how to say, "I need some apples" in English. Instead of simply thinking about the phrase, challenge yourself to use it during your next visit. Ask the store clerk confidently, "Excuse me, where can I find the apples?" Even if you hesitate or stumble at first, it's okay. Each attempt makes you stronger and more comfortable. Pro tip: set a daily repetition goal. Spend 10 minutes each morning repeating common phrases out loud. Practice saying them in different tones. Speak softly, then with enthusiasm, like you're telling a story. Vary the speed as well. Start slowly, then increase your pace. Incorporate hand gestures and facial expressions to make it feel more real. Imagine you're rehearsing for a conversation you'll have later in the day. You'll be amazed at how quickly your confidence grows when you turn practice into a performance. Step 2. Create real-life scenarios. Set mini challenges for yourself to use English in practical situations. One of my first challenges was ordering coffee in English. On my first attempt, my palms were sweaty, and my heart was racing as I rehearsed my line in my head, "One latte, please." When my turn came, I nervously whispered the words, barely making eye contact with the barista. She smiled kindly and repeated my order back to me, reassuring me that I had said it correctly. That small exchange, though brief, was a significant victory. Encouraged by this experience, I returned the next day with a renewed sense of determination. This time, I spoke a little louder and made sure to add a friendly smile along with, "Thank you," to my request. The barista responded with an even warmer smile, and for a moment, I felt like a local rather than a hesitant language learner. Over the following days, I continued to build on these small successes. Each visit to the cafe became a new opportunity to test out a different phrase. One day I decided to ask, "What's your favorite drink here?" This sparked a conversation about the barista's love for their seasonal special, which I ended up trying and thoroughly enjoying. By the end of 2 weeks, I found myself not just ordering coffee but chatting comfortably about different blends, the weather, and even local events. These seemingly small exchanges had become a crucial part of my learning process. It wasn't just about learning new vocabulary, it was about learning how to navigate real conversations, respond naturally, and stay engaged. Every time I walked out of that cafe, I felt like I had unlocked a new level of confidence. The lesson was clear: language learning thrives in the real world. The more you immerse yourself, the more it becomes part of who you are. Each interaction builds on the last, turning nerves into curiosity and hesitation into excitement. By the middle of the week, I decided to push myself further. I tried a new phrase, "How's your day going?" The barista's eyes lit up as she began to chat about how busy the cafe had been. I nodded along, catching bits and pieces of her response, and managed to say, "Sounds like a busy morning." It felt like a real conversation, one that I had initiated and participated in without panic. By the end of the week, ordering coffee had become almost second nature. I even found myself talking about the weather and asking for recommendations on pastries. Each day built on the one before, reinforcing my growing confidence and showing me how practice in real-life situations truly makes all the difference. With every small interaction, my fear melted away, replaced by a sense of achievement and excitement for the next challenge. Step 3. Track your progress. Keep a detailed journal or digital note where you write down every new word and phrase you encounter. Divide it into categories such as greetings, travel phrases, and food-related words for easier reference. Writing them down reinforces your memory and makes it easier to spot patterns in how certain words are used. At the end of each week, revisit your list, challenge yourself by creating new sentences with these words, and test yourself through self-quizzes or flashcards. Take a moment to reflect on your progress. Every word learned is another brick in your language learning house, gradually building a strong structure of fluency. Think about the conversations you've had, the phrases you've mastered, and the moments where you surprised yourself with how naturally the words flowed. Celebrate these wins. Whether it's mastering 20 new words or holding a full conversation without switching to your native language, every milestone is proof of your hard work and dedication. Reward yourself in meaningful ways to maintain your motivation and make the learning journey enjoyable. For small milestones, treat yourself to something simple, a favorite snack, a relaxing walk in the park, or an episode of your favorite TV show. For medium achievements, consider indulging in a special experience, such as trying a new recipe in English or buying a book you've been wanting to read. When you reach larger milestones, go all out with language-themed rewards. Plan a movie marathon with English films, watch a theater play in English, or even enroll in an immersive language workshop. Another great idea is to join a local language exchange group or travel to an English-speaking city for a weekend. These experiences not only serve as a reward but also reinforce your learning by giving you real-world practice opportunities. Remember, rewards aren't just about the material things. The greatest reward is the sense of pride and progress you feel when you realize how far you've come. Each word learned, each conversation held, and each fear overcome is a testament to your dedication. Reflect on the times when you hesitated to speak and now find yourself chatting comfortably. Celebrate every step with gratitude and determination, and let each reward, no matter how small, inspire you to aim even higher and push the boundaries of your progress. Visualizing your progress can also boost your motivation significantly. Consider creating a visual representation of your learning journey. This can be as simple as a chart or as creative as a vision board filled with milestones and goals. Track the number of new words you learn each week, the minutes you spend practicing speaking, or even the number of conversations you initiate in English. Seeing these numbers grow week by week is an empowering reminder that small steps lead to big changes. For example, you might create a habit tracker where you tick off daily language tasks, such as listening to a podcast, writing a short paragraph, or having a short conversation. Over time, these small actions compound, forming visible evidence of your hard work. Additionally, set monthly review sessions to reflect on what you've achieved and adjust your goals if necessary. By visually tracking your progress, you give yourself a clear path forward. Each success, no matter how small, becomes a tangible step toward fluency, building both your confidence and your excitement for what lies ahead. Remember, these visual cues act as powerful motivators, encouraging you to keep moving forward even on the days when progress feels slow. Remember, building confidence in English isn't about speed, it's about consistency and patience. Think of each small success as a stepping stone, paving the way toward bigger achievements. Every phrase you master, every conversation you attempt, and every mistake you learn from contributes to your growth. These small wins, like daily bricks, slowly but steadily build a fortress of fluency and confidence. Over time, they'll compound into something truly remarkable, making even the most daunting challenges feel well within your reach. The power of simple words. Focus on learning everyday phrases and simple vocabulary. Words like hello, thank you, and sorry may seem basic, but they are the foundation of real conversations. Let's take a closer look at how these phrases can make a difference. Imagine you're traveling in an English-speaking country and need help. A simple "excuse me, can you help me?" can open the door to a meaningful conversation. Practical exercise. Build a word list. Make a list of 10 simple words that are relevant to your daily life. Practice using these words in sentences. Example, if you go to the grocery store, learn words like apple, milk, and bread. Use them in sentences. I bought an apple today. Repetition is key. Repeat these words in different contexts to reinforce your learning. Chapter 2. Surround yourself with English. Language learning becomes much easier when you immerse yourself in the language. Surround yourself with English in every aspect of your daily life. Turn it into a constant companion. Watch English language shows, listen to music while commuting, read simple articles during breakfast, and talk to yourself in English throughout the day. Immersion is not just about studying, it's about living with the language. Watch and listen. TV shows and videos. Start with content for beginners. A. Subtitles. Use subtitles to follow along. A. Music. Choose a song you like and listen to it repeatedly. Pay attention to the lyrics and sing along. Personal story. My journey with English songs. In 2018, I discovered a love for English music that changed the way I approached language learning. It all started with simple, catchy songs, ones with repetitive lyrics and clear pronunciation. I played them on repeat, first just listening, then humming along, and finally singing the lyrics out loud. With each verse, my pronunciation improved, and new vocabulary words began to stick effortlessly. Gradually, I ventured into more complex songs, filled with idiomatic expressions and slang, giving me a deeper understanding of conversational English. Singing became a fun and powerful learning tool, transforming what could have been tedious practice into an enjoyable daily ritual. Music made learning feel effortless. I still remember mastering the lyrics to Let It Be by the Beatles and realizing how much confidence it gave me. That one song opened the door to a world of English expressions and pronunciation patterns. As I progressed, I found that analyzing the lyrics helped me uncover hidden grammar rules and colloquial phrases that I could use in daily conversations. I learned how contractions like gonna and wanna were used in informal speech, making me sound more natural. The real magic happened when I started to create my own little karaoke sessions at home. I'd stand in front of the mirror, microphone in hand, or sometimes just a hairbrush, and belt out my favorite songs. At first, I focused on articulation and tone, making sure I pronounced each word clearly. I noticed how certain sounds felt unfamiliar at first, but with repeated practice, they became second nature. It wasn't just about singing, it was about getting comfortable with the rhythm and flow of English. Music offered me a fun and stress-free way to internalize sentence structures and natural speech patterns. Over time, I challenged myself with faster songs, ones packed with slang and complex phrases. These songs became milestones in my learning journey. I remember the excitement of mastering the rapid-fire lyrics of an upbeat pop song and realizing how my listening and speaking skills had leveled up. Even better, these karaoke sessions became a gateway to broader communication skills. Singing in front of friends at small gatherings initially felt nerve-wracking, but each performance gradually eased my stage fright. I started with casual sing-alongs, but soon these moments turned into mini concerts where I practiced not just singing but also speaking confidently in front of an audience. I learned how to project my voice, modulate my tone, and engage listeners, skills that translated seamlessly into real-life conversations and public speaking opportunities. Every song became an opportunity to refine my pronunciation, expand my vocabulary, and experiment with intonation patterns. Over time, the confidence I built through singing carried over into everyday interactions. Whether introducing myself to new people or participating in work meetings, I noticed a significant improvement in how naturally I expressed myself in English. Each karaoke session wasn't just practice for music, it was training for life, helping me grow into a more articulate, self-assured communicator. The key is to find a song you love and make it your language learning anthem. Sing it often and let it become part of your daily life. Start by breaking down the lyrics. Identify the verbs, nouns, and idiomatic expressions. Write out the phrases you don't understand and look up their meanings. Practice using these phrases in your own sentences. Try mimicking the singer's pronunciation, focusing on intonation and rhythm. The more you engage with the song, the more natural these expressions will feel in real conversations. You'll be amazed at how much your fluency, pronunciation, and confidence improve. Label your world. Label items in your home with their English names to create a constant learning environment. For instance, Place a label that says refrigerator on your fridge, mirror on your bathroom mirror, and table on your dining table. Every time you see these labels, say the word aloud and use it in a sentence. For example, I need to put the milk in the refrigerator, or I see my reflection in the mirror. This method turns your home into an immersive language classroom where every glance is an opportunity to practice. Over time, these repeated associations will help you internalize vocabulary naturally, making it easier to recall words in real conversations. Chapter 3: Overcome the fear of speaking. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to language learning. Many learners hesitate because they're afraid of making mistakes or being judged. But here's the truth: mistakes are not only inevitable, they're essential. Imagine each mistake as a compass, pointing you toward what you need to learn next. Every time you stumble, you gain valuable feedback on how to improve. Mistakes are your greatest teachers. Think back to the first time you tried something new, like riding a bike. You probably fell more than once, but each fall taught you how to balance better. Language learning is no different. The sooner you embrace mistakes, the faster you'll grow. Instead of fearing them, welcome them as part of your journey. When you speak and make an error, take a mental note, correct it, and move on. You'll find that the more mistakes you make, the more resilient and confident you become. Even seasoned language learners continue to make mistakes, because language is constantly evolving. The key is to shift your mindset. See mistakes not as failures but as opportunities to refine your skills and grow into a more fluent, capable speaker. Practice alone first. Speak to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I'm making coffee now. Stand in front of a mirror and practice your sentences. Keep a daily diary in English. Real-life example: the coffee shop challenge. One of my friends set a simple but powerful goal: order coffee in English every day for a month. Initially, it was an overwhelming experience. Their voice trembled, and they would often forget what to say halfway through the order. In those first few days, they felt embarrassed after each interaction, wondering if the barista noticed their hesitation or mispronunciations. But despite the nerves, they refused to give up. Every evening, they rehearsed common phrases at home in front of the mirror. Can I have a cappuccino, please? And thank you, have a great day. By the second week, something remarkable began to happen. Their confidence grew with each attempt. They started picking up on the barista's follow-up questions, for here or to go, and understanding them without needing to pause and translate in their head. They even began experimenting with different drinks, asking for recommendations. What's your favorite coffee here? In the third week, the interactions turned into genuine conversations. The barista recognized them and greeted them warmly. My friend responded with a friendly, "Hey, how's your day going?" and was delighted to hear stories about the cafe's daily rush. By the end of the month, ordering coffee felt second nature. Not only were they placing their order fluently, but they were also engaging in longer chats about weekend plans and local events. This transformation was truly inspiring. It was a clear demonstration of how persistence and repetition can break down the barriers of fear and build unshakable confidence. Each small victory reinforced the next, proving that even the simplest real-life challenge can become a powerful learning experience. Takeaway: small real-life challenges build confidence by pushing you just beyond your comfort zone. Each time you face a new challenge, whether it's ordering coffee, introducing yourself to a stranger, or asking for directions, you lay the foundation for bigger successes. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection, and celebrate each victory, no matter how small. These experiences compound over time, transforming hesitation into courage and fear into fluency. Chapter 4: Reading and Writing for Mastery. Reading and writing are transformative tools for improving your language skills. When you read regularly, you expose yourself to new vocabulary and context, making it easier to remember and apply in conversations. Beyond vocabulary, reading introduces you to various sentence structures, helping you grasp how native speakers naturally express ideas. Writing, on the other hand, allows you to practice these new words and structures in a controlled way, reinforcing what you've learned and turning passive knowledge into active communication skills. Think of reading as filling your mind with raw materials, words, phrases, and grammar patterns, while writing is the process of shaping and refining those materials into something uniquely yours. When you read a wide range of texts, from short stories to news articles, you encounter diverse styles and vocabulary, broadening your understanding of how language works in different contexts. Writing, on the other hand, helps you take ownership of these new words and ideas, allowing you to organize your thoughts clearly and express them confidently. The more you read and write, the more natural it becomes to think in English, which is a crucial step toward fluency. Reading builds your receptive skills, while writing strengthens your ability to produce language actively. These practices also develop your creativity and problem-solving abilities, helping you become a more effective communicator in both casual and formal settings. Over time, you'll notice your ability to tell stories, explain concepts, and share your experiences in English improving significantly. Ultimately, reading and writing are not just language skills. They are tools for personal growth, creativity, and connection with others.
Start simple.
Choose books or articles written for beginners. Children's books are an excellent starting point. Don't worry about understanding every word. Focus on the main idea. Writing exercise. Keep a daily journal. Writing in English every day is one of the most effective ways to reinforce what you learn and track your progress. Start with just a few sentences describing your day. For example, you could begin with simple observations. Today I went to the park. It was sunny, and I had ice cream. Gradually increase the complexity of your entries by adding more detail, such as how you felt or what you observed. This afternoon, I visited the park. The weather was warm, and children were playing near the fountain. I treated myself to some ice cream and enjoyed the peaceful atmosphere. Over time, challenge yourself by writing about different topics. Describe a memorable experience, reflect on your goals, or summarize an interesting article you read. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on expressing your thoughts clearly. This daily habit not only builds your vocabulary and grammar skills but also helps you think in English more naturally. Chapter 5: Listening, the Forgotten Skill. Listening is essential for language learning, yet it's often overlooked. It plays a crucial role in helping you recognize pronunciation, understand natural speech patterns, and become familiar with different accents and regional variations. Imagine listening to different English speakers from around the world, each accent offering new insights into pronunciation and phrasing. Regular listening practice builds your comprehension speed, enabling you to follow conversations in real time and respond with greater confidence. By immersing yourself in spoken language through various mediums, like podcasts, news broadcasts, and casual conversations, you train your brain to quickly identify common expressions, idiomatic phrases, and the subtleties of tone and emphasis. These skills are vital for fluency, allowing you to sound more natural and understand others with ease. The key to improving your listening is consistency and variety. Expose yourself to different speakers, topics, and formats. Over time, your comprehension will deepen, and you'll be able to navigate conversations with agility and precision.
podcasts and audiobooks.
Listen to beginner-friendly podcasts that cover topics you enjoy, such as travel, food, or personal stories. Choose podcasts where the speech is slow and clear, helping you gradually build your comprehension. As you grow more comfortable, transition to intermediate-level podcasts to challenge your listening skills and expand your vocabulary. Try audiobooks and follow along with the text to reinforce your listening and reading skills simultaneously. This dual approach helps you associate spoken words with their written forms, improving your pronunciation, vocabulary, and comprehension. Start with beginner-level audiobooks or familiar stories, and gradually move to more challenging material. As you listen, pay attention to how words are pronounced and how sentences flow naturally. Pause occasionally to repeat key phrases out loud, mimicking the speaker's tone and rhythm to develop a more authentic accent. Active listening exercise. Choose a short podcast episode that matches your current language level. Listen to it twice for maximum comprehension. During the first listening, focus solely on grasping the general meaning. Don't worry about catching every word. Let the flow of speech help you familiarize yourself with intonation and common expressions. On your second listen, pause frequently to note down new words and phrases that stand out. Write these words in a notebook, then look up their meanings and practice using them in sentences. For an added challenge, listen a third time and try to shadow the speaker, repeating phrases out loud to improve pronunciation and fluency. Chapter 6: Consistency is Key. Consistency is the secret to language learning success. Short, daily practice beats long, irregular sessions because it builds lasting habits and reinforces learning incrementally. Think of it like watering a plant every day. Just a little care keeps it growing strong. Regular practice helps your brain retain information more effectively and makes learning feel less overwhelming. Even 10 minutes a day can accumulate into impressive progress over time, transforming small efforts into big results.
Build a habit.
Set a timer for 10 minutes each day and dedicate that time to focused, distraction-free practice. You can use those 10 minutes to read a short article, write a quick journal entry, listen to a podcast, or practice speaking out loud. The key is to stay consistent and fully engage with a task during that time. Even a short, concentrated effort will have a cumulative effect, boosting your skills over time. Focus on one skill at a time, reading, writing, speaking, or listening, and dedicate at least a few days to mastering that area before switching to another. For example, spend 3 days focused solely on improving your listening by tuning into podcasts and audiobooks. The following week, shift your focus to writing by keeping a daily journal. This targeted approach helps you build depth in each skill and allows for more noticeable progress over time. Track your progress with a journal by setting specific goals and reflecting on your achievements regularly. Use your journal to record new vocabulary, note areas where you struggled, and highlight moments when your confidence grew. At the end of each week, review your entries and assess your progress. Did you meet your practice goals? Which skills improved the most? This reflective process will help you stay motivated and give you a clear picture of your language journey. Motivation tip: celebrate small wins. At the end of each week, write down at least 3 things you're proud of. These achievements could be as simple as learning how to use a tricky verb tense correctly or as significant as holding a full conversation without hesitation. Try to be specific. Instead of saying, "I learned new words," list them out. I learned 20 new words related to travel, like itinerary, departure, and landmark. Reflecting on these accomplishments not only helps you track your progress but also reinforces your learning. Over time, you'll notice patterns in your strengths and areas that need more focus. This weekly reflection will keep you motivated, boost your confidence, and serve as a personal record of your language journey. Make 2025 your year of success. Learning a language is a journey filled with small victories and valuable lessons. Each new word mastered, each conversation attempted, and even each mistake made is a step forward. Stay consistent in your efforts, celebrate your achievements, big and small, and never shy away from making mistakes, because they are the best teachers. Remember, every step you take builds momentum, bringing you closer and closer to fluency and opening doors to new opportunities and connections. In 2025, you have the power to transform your English skills into something extraordinary. Set clear goals, immerse yourself in the language, and take small, consistent steps every day. Surround yourself with English through music, books, conversations, and even casual daily interactions. Believe in yourself, stay motivated, and when challenges arise, remind yourself how far you've come. Most importantly, trust the process and remember, you've got this, and your potential is limitless. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss new content. Share this video with your friends to help them expand their vocabulary and learn English more effectively. Together, we can make 2025 the year we achieve our language goals and become confident English speakers.